Okay, so Blast. We're talking about Blast today, and Blast is an EVM Ethereum virtual machine that launched a few months ago, and they released their token just a little over a day ago. And why is that important, right? It's important because this token, a lot of people got it for free. They got airdrop that token, and there's a chance to get a little bit more of that, some of that Blast token. Now, if we look at the metrics, right? Blast is the 6th largest chain in terms of volume right now. So it is actually pretty huge, right? And they call themselves a native ETH yielding chain. Now, for me, I do like the aspect of earning yield, right? But anytime I hear the word yield, it does raise some red flags considering what happened in the previous bull run. So I am cautious when it comes to when I hear the word yield. So you do earn yield in ETH when you have ETH on Blast. The yield that they're earning comes from staking Ethereum. We know that you can earn Ethereum moved on to proof of stake, so validators get rewarded in ETH. So when you have your ETH on Blast, it earns native ETH yield. Now, what they were able to do with this, right, is they've made this new chain into one of the chain whose main focus is to bring adoption. So they've got lots of incentives in there for people to move over to the Blast chain. And the main incentives are some of these the airdrops that they're going to be releasing. Now, if we look at it, right, there's several ways to earn the airdrop, right? Now, I recently signed up for Blast so that I'm kind of farming the next airdrop, because the first phase of the airdrop has been done. They're now distributing those tokens. People can claim. I think they have a period of up to a month where they can claim some of their Blast tokens. And the thing that you have to do is simple, right? You just have to participate within the Blast ecosystem. For example, you go and swap. You go and use some of their lending protocols, and the thing that you do is just go on to blast.io, and then you can click on airdrop. Now, when you click on airdrop, you are supposed to use a referral link if you want to use if you want to start earning on the airdrop. And I'll leave my referral link in the description below. Now, once you sign up for the airdrop, you can start doing the tasks and earning some of that Blast tokens for the next airdrop. Now, who knows how much that would be worth, but I think that if you can get free coins, it's a good thing to get them. Now, one thing about airdrops, right, I do love airdrops a lot, but the downside of airdrops is sometimes they create sell pressure, right? Because many times some people, when they receive those free tokens, they want to dump those tokens. So it's something to be mindful of. So I am bullish on this chain, but I am very wary when it comes to airdrop. It's very rare where you see a token that has an airdrop and then the price just moons. So it's something to be cautious about. But if you can get some of those coins for free, then there's absolutely no harm, right? Whatever the price does in the short term, it's okay as long as you've got that good price performance over time. Now, the one thing to think about in regards to Blast is that it is launched by one of the founders is the same guy who launched Blur, which is an NFT platform, and it's one of the bigger NFT platforms out there. So he was able to launch a platform that did well, so maybe this will do the same thing. But obviously, past performance is not an indicator of the future, but it is something to think about. And the other thing is that since they launched the token, it's already listed on Coinbase, and many of us know how hard it is to get that Coinbase listing. And I want to say this, right, that one thing that happens in crypto, it happens as well in the in many industries, right, is that there's gatekeepers in many industries, and sometimes if you are on the side of the gatekeepers, sometimes it works to your advantage. So if you have a chain that's coming out day one, it has these big exchange listings, it tells you that they might be friendly with some of the gatekeepers, and that might mean that it has good prospects moving ahead. Now, I say that because of this, right? This particular bull run that we're in right now is not led by retail investors as it has traditionally been in the crypto space. It's led by some of that institutional money, primarily coming from the US. That's where majority of the funds that are coming into crypto right now are. And this has changed before, because if you've been here for some time, you know that there was a time when China was leading, there's a time when South Korea was leading, there's a time when, so right now it's dominated by the US. So if you have these projects that are coming that seem to be friendly with some of these institutional players, that can only be good news, right? I mean, an example of that is if you see what Solana has done. Solana is one of the most insider coin there is out there, but it has had good price performance. It's right now, if you look at for the past 12 months, it's still up almost 10x from last year, right? Those are good returns considering the market that we're in right now. Because if you try to compare it with other coins, you see Ethereum, I think, is up maybe 2x, right? BNB is up almost 3x for the last 12 months. So the insider tokens seem to be doing quite okay. So there's that. Another thing about this, right, is that so for you to earn the airdrop, it's not any app that you have to use on Blast Chain, right? It's a specific set of apps that are set on the website that you use this one, you can get points, that those points can then be transferred to coins at some point when the next airdrop happens. So you need to take a look at which apps in the ecosystem qualify for that airdrop. But another thing to think about is that if this chain becomes a big chain, if it eats up a significant amount of market share, some of the ecosystem tokens within the Blast ecosystem can become very, very valuable, right? So there's an opportunity to get in on some of that action as well. And I am excited about it, but I'm also very cautious, right? Because I mean, the bull run hasn't been really too rewarding to good fundamentals. But I do think that it's something that if you can mine some stuff for free, that would be good. If you can buy little as well, that can be good too. Now, if you're looking at the market cap of Blast, the market cap right now is sitting at $375 million, which is okay for a blockchain. It's pretty low for a blockchain. The fully diluted is sitting at $2.1 billion right now. So, and just looking through the news and what people have been saying about it, those who've been in this ecosystem for some time, many of them are surprised that the price started off this low. They were expecting bigger gains from Blast, but well, it is what it is. And the good thing is that we're still in this bull run. And I think that at this point, you've got to be vigilant right now because we don't have that much time left. I would say that you want to be cashing out within 9 months' time or so. If you can do it earlier, the better. But you want to start thinking about that because the time is moving. I mean, the longer we spend in a bull run, the less bull run there is. And we are starting to get to some of that the limits of the 4-year cycle. We're getting closer to the limits of the 4-year cycle. Anyway, so I do think that it has a probability to pump. I also do think that you got to be wary about airdrops. Airdrops don't always perform well, but if you can get some for free, that's great. If it pumps, that's great too. And this is a time where I'm looking for other stuff to get into, but I'm also very cautious about it as well, right? And my expectations have really significantly decreased because even if we get good pumps from this Blast token, how much can we really squeeze out of it, right? Maybe a 10x, but 10x, those are still good gains. Anyway, guys, let me know what you think in the comments below about this. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you again next time.